Hey everyone, the poem we're going to be working on today is called an acrostic poem. And this is something that you've probably done year after year. You may have not realized you were doing an acrostic poem, but you might have done this for different seasons or holidays. Sometimes in the beginning of the year, teachers might have you do an acrostic poem with your name as the subject, and then you write something about yourself that has to do with each letter of your name. Okay, but let me tell you a little bit about an acrostic poem. It is a poem about a subject, okay, like I just said, and that subject is written in capital letters down the page. So each letter of that subject has its own line. So you can see that this one is about a swan, this is about lunch, and this is about friend, okay? And each letter of that word is going to begin a sentence on a line. So here are some examples that they gave us here. I'll do one with you and then I'll show you what your assignment is going to be today. Okay, so for instance, this one is shoes. You can see SHOES, shoes. Okay, and then they're going to talk about shoes here. Soft and nearly worn out, had them forever, old but well loved. Every day I put them on, sad to see them go. That was all about shoes. Okay, this one is about summer. You can see SUMMER. It spells summer. So this whole poem is going to be about summer. Okay, so the S word, that's our first letter. Sun is shining. Now, you wouldn't put something like snowy, even though snowy starts with S. You wouldn't do that because the subject is about summer. Okay, everything that you write about has to do with summer. So we have sun is shining up in the sky. My ice cream melts, but I don't care. Everyone is hot, ready for a swim. Now, acrostic poems don't have to rhyme, okay? And you don't even have to do really long sentences. You could do just single words, but you guys are in fifth grade, so I think that you can probably make them a little bit more, you know, interesting, I should say. Okay, so you could have just put sun for this, but we said sun is shining. So tell me about that, okay? Um, so what you're going to do is you're going to write some acrostic poems, and then the next page you'll have these two that you're going to totally start from scratch. But let me go back to this, and I'm going to do swan with you together, and I'll leave that up there so you don't have to do that one. We'll do this together, okay? So think about a swan, okay? Do you know what a swan is? I hope you do. Let me pull a picture really quick. Oh, I can't even spell. You know what a swan is. How beautiful, right? You see them on water. They're actually pretty big, and I was going to tell you that swans are actually not very nice. So if you see this picture here, it was like chasing a guy. No, I don't know where it went. But they're very nice. Okay, nice looking, I should say. So swan. We know that swans, oh, we could say swim. So how about I say swimming in a pond? Now you'll notice that my S is here, so I don't have to put an S there. But for this lesson, I'm going to, just so you can see that I'm not going to. Swimming in a pond. W. What could I say about walking around a, oops, I said I wasn't going to do that. Walking around a park. A. Always looking fancy. Why do I keep doing this? See? And N. I'm going to say not always nice to people. Okay. There is actually in London, I think it's in London, there's a group of swans that continuously attack people who are rowing. Like they row in long boats, like as a sport. And I think for years, I'll have to find that story. There are these swans that just won't stop attacking these rowers. So I'm going to say not always nice, okay, to people. That's it, easy. I'm just talking about a swan here, okay? Now, you're going to do one for lunch. So you might say something like L, looking for a friend to sit with. Okay, just something like that. Now, for the second page, you're going to write a poem about yourself or someone you know. So if you were to do one about yourself, let's say that, let's just use me for example. Okay, you know my first name is Tori. That's not a shock. But I'm going to say, totally awesome. Okay. And O, maybe I'm going to say, only likes chocolate ice cream, are really, really into fantasy books. And what can I do an I word that talks about me? Inquisitive. How's that? Inquisitive. Okay. I did a single word. Okay. That's it. So Tori. That's my acrostic poem about myself. All right. So you're going to do one about yourself. And you're just going to type your name down here. You're going to type the letter and then hit enter or return, whatever it says on your device. Okay. And then you're going to tell me either some sentences about about you that start with that letter in your name or a word. Okay. And then the next one you're going to write is anything you want. So if you want to write an acrostic poem about basketball, you can do that, or about bicycles, or about dance, or maybe a movie, or an actor that you like, singer that you like. Okay. It could be anything that you want. You can write one about cats or dogs. All right. So that's what you're going to be doing for your poems today, your acrostic poem. And I can't wait to read it. Have fun.